He says he's been pulling out rigs left and right. Joining me, I'm going to show you a few trucks today. Since there's no brush guard on here, no front bumper, you can
just doing the final torque sequence here, so part of it is
Welcome back to another vlog. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to show you a few trucks today. The white H2 you see on my shoulder is back, being converted a couple years ago, put a ton of miles on it, just doing some service work, getting it ready for another trip across country. There's an H1 in there underway right now for a conversion. It's a 94 soft top. Stoked on that one. It's a vehicle that the guy uses the heck out of. He's kind of doing recovery missions in his local area for the off-road trail. So it gets beat, it gets used. I like that. I want to put our parts through the test since we don't get a chance to go out and test them as much as you would like. I wanted to touch real quick on these yellow soft tops behind me. One's equipped with our 4-inch lift, 2-inch body, 2-inch suspension. The other one, our rig that's for sale, is just sitting on our 2-inch body lift. This has the 37s, the stock profile factory tires, but you can look at the difference. Dramatic comparison angle. We don't get a chance to show that off, especially with them being the exact same vehicle. Since there's no brush guard on here, no front bumper, you can really see the detail that we do on our hood blocks. Ryan's been instrumental. He's taken the CNC mill and running with it, so he's engraving everything. He's having a blast, and it really shows. I like it. I think it just takes the quality to the next level, so kudos Wilson, keep that up. Again, just one of these cool comparisons, being able to see the two units right next to each other. The height comparison, this one's going to eventually go into the 40s. This is the one that I mentioned on a previous vlog that has the Forgiani wheels. This should be going to paint soon, getting that color match orange. We'll touch on that one as it comes in. Let's go inside now, look at the progress in that 94. I think they started on the 12K half shafts, which is unique. Usually we'll go in, dive in for that conversion first. We want to get a head start while Flo is still wrapping up the motor transfer case combo. We're inside now. Again, we got the 94 H1 soft top that we're going to convert. Motor to your side, we'll go over that in a little bit. That's the Duramax build, ARP head studs, main stud, up pipes, stage 4 transmission, two-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive transfer case, just as the same as you've already seen. As you can tell, the guys have already taken the geared hubs off. They're over there doing the work there to convert it to that 12K half shaft. That involves changing that smaller gear, the spur gear, for a larger diameter shaft accepting. So it'll take on that 12K half shaft, larger spline count and everything else. That takes the capacity of the geared hub up through to match that of the Alpha. So again, usually we do the conversion first, and we're working with nicely, freshly cleaned and painted frame, but we wanted to get a jump on this one because it was a rush project. We got to get done in 30 days. From start to finish. So this one's going to be a quick overview for us, sharing with you what we can as the steps as they go. It just evolved. Randy found out today that through the prep of the conversion, we've got some issues with the HVAC system. So this might be doing with our HVAC from the copper truck, which is good. We can drive that one home. I'll be able to do more detail on that so you guys get an idea of that system and its capabilities. But again, just a quick overview on this. We already shipped this customer the Viper front bumper, a few other accessories and upgrades for his truck. He uses this thing all the time. He says he's been pulling out rigs left and right because these guys get themselves in over their head, and he's the only one that's really in his area to be able to snatch them out of there. So it's cool. It's great to see and hear that the adventures and exploits he's getting into with this H1 equipped with that Viper front bumper. With the Duramax, it's gonna be a different animal. I'm curious to see what he gets into with that, because now he's going to have power plus accessibility. The thing's unstoppable on the trail. So very cool. Again, we'll go into this more detail in the upcoming episodes when we get this body separated, potentially tonight, and then we'll yank that 6.5 and drop in that Duramax behind you there. Let's go take a look at that while we're here. I think Flo's right now prepping the down pipe. He just welded the adapter from the factory down pipe to our 4-inch exhaust. That is then gonna send that exhaust, that 4-inch exhaust from the turbo back in the right trajectory down along the body line and out that driver's side as factory spec. So as you can see, everything's been done. The stage 4 engraved in-house to nominate or dictate that this is that stage 4 transmission. we'll see that plate that I mentioned in the earlier episode that has the secondary pickup for the temperature for our fan systems. That one is something that we, out of necessity, had to develop that part. Again, utilizing that CNC mill. Can't say enough about that machine, plus our in-house fab team being able to handle all these little weird nuances to these builds, getting this Duramax under the hood and in a sensible and functional manner. So very cool, clean finish. You look at this compared to that 6.5 when we take it out. We'll hopefully get some footage of that tomorrow of it sitting sadly on a pallet waiting for its next home and or dismantle. Completely different look. You know, this thing is a tried and true powerhouse. One last thing I want to touch on, the transmission cooler. We do remove these lines. We relocate the cooler to the back. It sits back here. Again, it's all thermostatically controlled, which I mentioned a few other episodes. You turn on the AC, it turns on both fans. You get temperature out of the trans or temperature out of the engine, it'll turn on both fans. The condenser fan or that transmission fan in the back. I want to catch Ben before he wraps up. Looks like he's got one last geared hub on the bench. So let's go down here and see where he's at. You know, we do a team build type of thing on the geared hubs. We have 2 techs attack it at first, and then as we start to get them off, one of the techs will break down and start doing the actual service work. Right now it looks like he's doing the final prep. We got a unique torque sequence for these geared hubs. Very crucial thing to talk about is that spindle nut and making sure that is secure. We've always used a new set screw on there to, again, make sure that that is torqued down specifically. I've seen these come off. There's a bunch of different hardware used. We do opt for that factory setup, but there is definitely something I cannot deny. Part of your maintenance, part of your routine before a big run, after a run even. It's always good to get in there and check that, because that's something that is it's a no-go. You definitely want to make sure this thing is tightened down. Ben, how we doing?
So just doing the final torque sequence here. So part of it is getting this clamp nut down, torqued to 40 foot-pounds, and then you do this number where you just kind of spin here about 5 times each way. And what that does is it seats the bearings, and then the next part of the sequence will be to brake torque on this and then torque it down to 25 foot-pounds, and then this clamp nut screw there will get torqued down to 90 inch-pounds, and then you're going to try to break the torque on it at 90 foot-pounds, and as long as this clamp nut doesn't move, then you're good to go.
Very cool. I like it. And what I mentioned earlier, talking about the transition from 10 to 12, we changed the spur gear. You have one of the old gears here?
So this is the old 10K spur gear here. Okay. It's a little hard to tell just by looking at them. Not really going to be able to show you the inside, but this is what goes in the 12K, so that obviously doesn't fit there.
There you go. That's a wrap, another episode. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscription button and that notification button to stay attuned for the other episodes as they come to you. This vehicle here is one that we are going to showcase in the upcoming episodes. Great backstory. This actually was deployed. It was retrieved by the Navy SEAL that operated in it. We'll go into detail on that and what his plans are for this vehicle, upcoming vlog. Thanks again for watching.
He put you in makeup. You're too shiny when the light's on you.
That's how we start shine. Going gray, that's why it looks like it's balding.
Because you can't see it as much.
Damn it.
It just feels good underfoot because it has that surface, that stability. I know it's getting worse.
It feels good under the foot.
Good underfoot. Yeah. If you know what I'm talking about, you're like, yep, Sanderson's not going crazy because of the silly hat he's wearing. You like the hat? Yeah. Like the hat. Does it fit? Yeah, I like the hat. What's that?